What's up, YouTube? So before we get started with this video, on Get Up, they're going to be talking about how Stephen A. Smith still isn't sold on Patrick Mahomes winning more Super Bowls than Tom Brady. So let's see what they have to say about that.
All talent is not created equal. Swagoo can testify to this because he sees that talent is not equal on First Take 5 days a week. There's levels to this. I'm on another level. That's the bottom
Confidence is always good.
line. Now, getting back to the whole point about Patrick Mahomes, let's understand something here, okay? When you're talking about Patrick Mahomes, again, you're talking about the greatness. You're talking about his ability to be trusted. But the reason why I wanted to get back into the conversation is because, Greeny, I'm not somebody that's sold on the Kansas City Chiefs being a dynasty. It depends on what your definition of a dynasty is. Do I think that Patrick Mahomes will win at least a couple of more Super Bowls? Yes, I do. But is he going to capture 6 or whatever? Well, my question would be, is he going to have Tyreek Hill? Is he going to have Travis Kelce? Is he going to have the equivalent of those two? I don't know that. And also, let's remember that when they went to the AFC Championship game just the year before, their defense was highly suspect. At times this year, their defense was highly suspect. So when we look at the Kansas City Chiefs, like we look at any football, any team in the National Football League, we take into account offense and defense primarily, and then, of course, we don't ignore special teams. There's 3 layers. There's an abundance of coaches to take into consideration. We believe in Andy Reid. We believe in that offense. We believe in Patrick Mahomes. But guess what? That doesn't mean that they're going to win Super Bowls because there's a lot that goes into it.
You look skeptical, Swagoo.
So I kind of agree with Stephen A. Smith on this one, but I definitely think that Patrick Mahomes is more than capable of running a dynasty for the Kansas City Chiefs. So like what Stephen A. Smith said is, like, what type of weapons is he going to have? Is he always going to have Tyreek Hill? Is he always going to have Travis Kelce? You know, those things are, a major part of a dynasty. Like I said, Patrick Mahomes could run it, but who's going to be throwing to? Who's going to be running the rock? So that could turn into an issue right there. It's not now, but it can be. Another element of having a strong dynasty that Stephen A. Smith didn't bring up, he brought up offense, defense, special teams. He talked about coaching, but the other element is being injury. If Patrick Mahomes has the best players on his squad, that won't mean anything if he's injured and can't play. It won't mean a thing if he's injured and can't play. And a perfect example of that would be 2 years ago, the Golden State Warriors. Everybody thought they were going to three-peat, and they weren't able to do it because of injuries. Injuries absolutely killed the dynasty. Injuries have no problem knocking down dynastic teams. So let's continue.
But what the hell are you talking about, Stephen A? And I can't wait till we talk about this. Listen, we know we projecting. We know what everybody is thinking. You in the core of your heart and being knows that this guy, maybe not 6, but he'll at least get 3, what would justify the possibility of being a dynasty. Because we got this gaudy 6 number, like that's normal, or that's what we need to determine if you created a dynasty. No, it's not. That's an anomaly. That is almost like hitting the lottery, what New England was able to do. With that being said,
Hold on. Let me interrupt Mr. Marcus Spears here. So I don't think it's an anomaly or like winning the lotto, what the New England Patriots did. I mean, they went to 9 Super Bowls and won 6 out of those 9 Super Bowls. That's not an accident. That's not luck. That's not luck. That's not like winning the lottery. That's hard work right there. How many running backs did Tom Brady go through in all his Super Bowl appearances and Super Bowl wins? How many wide receivers did he go through in all his Super Bowl appearances and the Super Bowl wins? So all of that's just hard work with Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, and the rest of the squad. I mean, I just had to jump on him for that one because that's nothing but hard work. And it can be done if you play your cards right. But there was no luck for all those wins. So let's continue.
Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes in another way justifies this amount of money because dudes will want to come and play with him. He will be one of the conduits to getting to a Super Bowl. Stephen A., in the past 2 years, they went to the AFC Championship and then won a Super Bowl. And we could argue that if he would have had an opportunity in the AFC Championship, this would have been his 2nd Super Bowl. Maybe not a win, but playing in it. This dude, it's going to be a dynasty.
Stephen A.
So again, with the whole dynasty talk, again, I think if we just sit back and wait, Patrick Mahomes is well on his way to getting everything he wants, being a GOAT and things of that nature. He's already won an MVP. He won his first Super Bowl last year. Like I said in other videos, the next step is longevity. How long can Patrick Mahomes stay or play at a high level of going to multiple Super Bowls and winning multiple Super Bowls so he can be called a GOAT or get on the same level as Tom Brady? You can't rush that. You can't rush time. And to say that, they're going to be a dynasty. So I think a dynasty was probably about 3 championships, because 1 could get lucky, 2 you could have a good squad of guys for 1 or 2 years and then they could all disperse because everybody wants more money or whatever situation happened. But if you win 3 Super Bowls, especially 3 Super Bowls in a row, I would definitely call that a dynasty. So I think Patrick Mahomes has a great start and getting to a dynasty, but it's very, very hard. There's a lot of different things that go into being a dynasty and winning 3 Super Bowls, especially 3 Super Bowls in a row. Especially when you have guys like Lamar Jackson out there and Deshaun Watson that are hungry and starving just as much as Patrick Mahomes. So let's continue.
Well, first of all, I'm sick and tired of you using that H word. That's not good for pastors. Number 2, tighten up your collar and sag it a little bit. Number 3, you can huff and puff all you want to. You ain't scared nobody. Number 4, you lucky you a part of this conversation because you a former Dallas Cowboys and y'all should be allergic to having conversations about championship talk. And number 5, last time I checked, I saw the Seattle Seahawks go to back-to-back Super Bowls. We weren't talking about them as a dynasty. They had the Legion of Boom, and they had Russell Wilson.
So if the Seattle Seahawks would have ran the ball their second Super Bowl year with beast mode, we'd probably be talking about back-to-back Super Bowls for the Seattle Seahawks and Russell Wilson, and another loss in Super Bowls for Tom Brady. He would have been 5-9, but unfortunately things didn't work out for the Seattle Seahawks. But I don't know. Let's continue.
And we weren't talking about them as a dynasty. So you going to back-to-back AFC championship games, going to a Super Bowl, even winning a Super Bowl does not a dynasty make. So you need to calm your nerves and understand that while we are projecting and we concede that Patrick Mahomes is deserving of his money, he's great, he's worthy, and not only that, he's going to win multiple championships. When we use the word dynasty, I do believe Lamar Jackson and Baltimore could have something to say about that. I do believe Ben Roethlisberger isn't finished. There's still Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, and the boys playing. Oh, by the way, San Francisco had a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter before Kyle Shanahan hit the panic button, getting outscored by 40 points as the primary offensive play caller in the 2 Super Bowls that he was a part of. So don't give me that. It's not like I'm not making.
Yeah, so he's definitely making sense with all those other guys out there that are balling, like Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, Jimmy Garoppolo with the 49ers, with that sick defense. There's a lot of elements out there that could take down the dynasty and the Kansas City Chiefs. So, I don't know. Let's continue.
Sense.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna give you what I just watched transpire.
Yeah.
What I watched just transpire, and I'm gonna use hell because it's a great word, and damn because you use them, and I like when you use them. You gotta pull from some of the greats sometimes when you wanna give yourself fully to the audience. The bottom line is this: the Kansas City Chiefs just gave Patrick Mahomes $500 million contract. They didn't do that predicated on the fact that Patrick Mahomes is going to be good. They did it on the fact that they are going to win some Super Bowls, and he's going to continue to lead this team down the road. I get it. We look at.
Yeah, so I would definitely say that they gave him that money because they can see what's going to happen in the future and not because of what he did. Because what he did, like I said before in other videos, it's not that unheard of that he won a Super Bowl in his second year or the first year or the second year of him being a starter. So there's a couple other quarterbacks that have done that. So Tom Brady won a Super Bowl in his second year. Ben Roethlisberger won a Super Bowl in his second year. And Ben Roethlisberger's first year, he darn near went undefeated for the games that he started. Russell Wilson won a Super Bowl in his second year. Dan Marino went to the Super Bowl in his second year, but he lost. And Colin Kaepernick for the 49ers went to Super Bowl in his second year and lost. So we're not completely in uncharted waters with quarterbacks winning a Super Bowl or going to Super Bowl in their second year. But I think with Patrick Mahomes, it's more of they can see what's going to happen in the future, also mixed with what, him past winning MVP and winning his first Super Bowl. So let's continue.
examples. But we ain't seen Patrick Mahomes before, Stephen A. This is a different animal that we talk.
No, we have seen a Patrick Mahomes before. Now it's about his longevity. Like I said, those other quarterbacks won Super Bowls in their second years too. So we're not necessarily in uncharted waters here.
Has a question. Go ahead, Stephen A.
Question, Pastor Spears. Real answer. I need 2 quick answers to this question. Tom Brady was phenomenal, right? Wasn't he great? Listen. Was Tom Brady great?
He ain't better than Pat Mahomes.
No, let me finish. Did he not go 10 years without winning the Super Bowl from 2004 to 2014?
Yep. Sure did.
Thank you. Sit down. Sit down. You can be great and still lose. You can be great and still lose. That's what it got to do with it.
Patrick Mahomes.
You can be great and still lose.
You can be great and still lose. But if we gonna pay anybody, we gotta pay them based on what they've done since the time that they've been playing.
I agree.
Patrick Mahomes ain't been in the league more than a night,